Welcome to Ritilsi. Do like and subscribe to our channel Ritilsi for commenting and more videos like this. At the outset of the film Spawn, a soldier called Simmons appears. After killing everyone in the airport control room, he takes control of the rocket launcher apparatus. He kills his targets who got off the plane while shooting rockets. Meanwhile, a man on the ground level is watching everything. Simmons is revealed to work for Wynn in this scene. After that, Wynn is seen conversing with a clown. It wasn't just any clown, it was a devil-sent demon. Its goal was to disseminate the atrocities over the world while keeping the evildoers in check. Its purpose was also to broaden the scope of the devil's mission. Clown inquires about Wynn's biochemical weapons. He couldn't remember which clown had requested him to make. According to Wynn, some time is required for it. "All right," says the clown, "I'll give you extra time, but I'll need Simmons to help me with my work as well." The next day, Simmons pays a visit to Wynn with a coworker who also happens to be a buddy. Simmons declares, "I want to leave." After a final assignment, Wynn says, "All right, I'll transfer you." He informs Simmons that you will be required to sabotage the biochemical factory by traveling to a specific area that's a virus because the biochemicals in question are prohibited. Simmons agrees to the terms of the agreement. Simmons arrives at the desired area. He notices that the bomb has been placed on the biochemical containers already. Then Wynn reveals that his visit is really an experiment. This experiment is being carried out in order to detect the virus. What was the virus's carrying capacity? When Simmons hears it, he proclaims, "I will not allow many people in this location to become victims." He raises his rifle towards Wynn as he says it. Wynn's companion shoots Simmons' leg and then pours the fuel on him. After lighting Simmons ablaze, Wynn departs. There's a huge explosion. After that, Simmons is depicted waking up in a church. He discovers his burned body. He is currently confronted by a clown. When I fully awake, the clown has vanished. As Simmons descends, that man is in front of him. Except for Simmons and that dude, there were a lot of other folks. "This place is excellent for tramps," says the man to Simmons. "A place where everyone can live comfortably." Simmons walks away from there, oblivious to the man. Simmons was leading the way to his residence. His memory of what transpired following the explosion was wiped clean. He was thinking about it because it was a recent occurrence. Simmons, in fact, was no longer alive. 5 years later, the devil dispatched Simmons to Earth as a demon. Simmons, on the other hand, was completely unaware of the situation. When Simmons arrives at his home, he notices that his birthday is being celebrated. He is heartbroken to learn that his wife and a mutual acquaintance have married. Simmons is encircled by shrubs as their daughter notices. A sweet is offered to him by the small child. When Simmons' wife sees his state, she is terrified. Simmons' pal chastises him, saying, "Get away of here." Simmons was in such bad shape that neither of them recognized him. Clown was having a good time with the kids at the party. Simmons is dragged back into the chapel by Clown. Simmons' entire body was swollen and inflamed. He, too, was in discomfort. "Take me to the hospital," he says to the clown. The clown then admits, "You died 5 years ago. You have dealt with the devil in the inferno." He says, "If you wish to see your wife, you must lead the devil's army to Earth. You'll also have to exact vengeance on Wynn after you've defeated him." Clown provokes Simmons, furthering the devil's aim that your wife is uninterested in you. Your friend, on the other hand, mislead you. He cheated on you by marrying your wife. Wynn is in charge of everything. If you kill Wynn, Clown says to Simmons, "Even though your wife, I will grant you anything you desire." Simmons didn't believe what he was hearing. Clown transports Simmons to his graveyard. He says to him, "Dig your own grave." In the grave, Simmons discovers his own 2 photo lockets. There was a photo of him and his wife trapped inside. He has been sentimental as a result of seeing it, and the clown was mocking his feelings. Simmons was enraged and wanted to kill the clown, but he did not succeed. Because of his painful body, he was unable to move. Suddenly, spikes sprout on every portion of Simmons' body. For added protection, his body is encased with armor. Clown reveals his identity as Spawn by speaking the magic words. He was the commander of the Devil's Army. Simmons wraps the locket around his body, engulfing armor. Simmons is told by the Clown, "Go complete your task. Otherwise, I'll slay you and exorcise all devils." And then they both go back to the church. Simmons is about to leave to assassinate Wynn. However, the same individual tries to stop him by approaching him from behind. "Do you know who I am?" said the man. "Spawn, I'm 500 years older than you." Simmons walks away once more, oblivious to his words. Simmons then goes to the headquarters and grabs the weapons from the army factory, murdering the guards in the process. Wynn, on the other hand, tells his coworker about his idea. "I've created a virus vaccination using the virus. Only the obedient will be able to obtain the virus vaccination after the virus has spread across the globe." He aspired to be the ruler of the earth. Wynn is approached by Simmons' acquaintance, who wishes to speak with him, and Wynn was attempting to convey to his wife and daughter that their lives were in jeopardy. "I want to administer this agency according to my desire," he says. Coming from that location, they both attend a party. A call is received by Simmons' acquaintance informing him that weapons have been taken from the factory, and he starts walking away, taking Wynn with him. Simmons descends, shattering the ceiling glass. In front of Wynn, he expresses his rage. When Simmons catches his friend, he asks, "Why did you betray me as a friend?" His friend explains, "Because your wife abandoned you after you died." Knowing this, Simmons abandons his companion and prepares to murder Wynn. Then Wynn's accomplice fires a shot from the top floor. The bullet wound on Simmons' torso has also healed on its own, and Simmons arrives at the location where the girl had been shot. That female is determined to put an end to Simmons' life. The armor stuck on Skull falls down and protects, and Simmons is the one who puts an end to that girl. The Clown approaches the girl's body, which is already dead. "Bravo," it says to Simmons, praising him. "Put a stop to Wynn's life." Officers, on the other hand, begin firing him as soon as they arrive. Simmons is on the verge of falling out of the window. 4 chains, which protrude from his armor, prevent him from falling, and his hand transforms into a shape that allows him to scale the structure, and he stealthily stands near a building pillar, and he transforms into a form to make himself invisible to police officers. However, a rock has fallen to the ground due to a breakage when traveling by that location. Simmons is on the loose, and the cops are aware of his presence, and they begin firing indiscriminately at him. From there, Simmons' offspring begins to fall, but his strength causes him to fly to the church. Clown tells Wynn about a secret he needs to keep hidden from Simmons. "You'll have to implant a gadget in your heart," he explains. "It will be linked to the biochemical virus bomb. If your heart stops beating for a second, the bomb will detonate." The devil summons a clown to the abyss. It commands, "Accomplish my work properly and promptly." Clown declares, "I am an experienced and high-ranking clown. For many years, I've been working for the devil. As a result, it should be my responsibility to lead the devil's army, not Simmons." "No," says the devil. "Simmons will put a stop to Wynn's career. People will perish as a result of viral infection. As a result, the devil's mission will be accomplished. So Simmons, not you, will complete this task." Wynn, on the other hand, places the device in his heart while operating himself. Clown enters the church and finds Simmons. Simmons had learned that the Clown had exposed the plan to assassinate him. As a result, Simmons may command the army of hell in the struggle between heaven and hell. "I will not train the hell's army," Simmons declares. Clown has become enraged after hearing that, and he'd taken on his true demonic appearance. His true demonic form was a deadly offender who was the devil's favorite, and it's quite effective. He has been serving the devil for a long time. Simmons keeps firing his rifle at the Clown, but it's ineffective, and the Clown only has one hand to grasp Simmons. However, The clown departs as a spike emerges from Simmons' body. The rods of Gates had punctured Simmons' body as a result of him collapsing on it. The clown then reverts to its true demonic form. "Carry out your mission," he says. "If you do not comply, I will murder your wife." As the clown leaves, that man's spawn brings Simmons down from the fence. Simmons walks up to the church's top level to get his rifle. "These gun bullets," said the spawn, "are useless." He says, "Forget about your vengeance. Choose a virtuous way to get on the correct track. Be a decent person." He also instructs him on how to use armor. Simmons departs for his wife's residence, leaving those guns in the hands of that man. On the way, though, a clown attacks him in a truck. Simmons, on the other hand, transforms his bike into such a shape that the clown's hurling garrots have no effect on him. Simmons gets tangled up in it after being slipped. Clown is speeding up to him in his truck. Simmons uses his power to create such a barrier. After crashing, the clown's truck explodes. Simmons' acquaintance, on the other hand, was well aware of Wynn's strategy. When Wynn visits their home, he captivates them all. The clown then enters, followed by Simmons after a short while. Wynn stabs his wife with a knife after Simmons' wife has been secured. Simmons throws Wynn, and the door to a room is shattered, and there were ties there between Simmons' daughter and his buddies. Simmons is on the verge of killing Wynn due to his aggressiveness. "If I die," Wynn adds, "this little girl will die from the infection as well." Simmons uses his strength to remove the attached device from Wynn's heart. He also ruins it and abandons Wynn. After that, Simmons' wife awakens and assaults him with a knife. It wasn't Simmons' wife that was there, but a disguised clown dressed as his wife. Simmons' wife is rescued from the flames by a clown. The spawn of Simmons' partner attacks the clown, and the clown dashes into the fire. Clown had built this fire as a portal to the underworld. Simmons and his spawn descend into hell. They were about to fight the devil and his army. Clown is about to slaughter Spawn in hell until Simmons uses his armor's chains to capture it, and he approaches the clown himself, and he puts a stop to the clown by slamming the spike into its throat. As a result, the clown does not die, but rather vanishes. The devil and his army then appear in front of both of them. With his ferocity, Simmons dispatches a few army devils, and he goes back to his wife's house, bringing that man's spawn with him. Both are seated when the clown appears from behind and captures Simmons. As the clown is about to swallow him, Simmons creates spikes on his head, and he uses the armor's chain to slit the clown's throat. As a result, when a clown dies, he is sent to hell. On the internet community, Simmons' pal tells the truth about Simmons, and Wynn has been detained. Simmons presents his daughter with his locket. He himself is relocating to the church. He now determines that he will safeguard the planet while also assisting humanity. And with the completion of his objective, the film comes to a close.